Why does Acore support carbon pricing initiatives? Carbon pricing is a method to charge the true price of carbon-intensive energies, including their environmental externalities. Further, it encourages growth and incentivizes carbon-free electricity generation. The economic underpinnings of carbon pricing emphasize that taxes and subsidies incentivize using renewables as opposed to harmful fossil fuels in order to eventually drive the market towards cheaper renewable alternatives. How does this work? Carbon prices encourage industries to innovate in order to reduce emissions and avoid the added costs of tax or credits. This in turn increases the demand for alternative renewable energies, and this increased demand results in a reduced equilibrium market price of renewable energies. To achieve Paris Climate Agreement goals by 2025, a 50% reduction in emissions would require strategically promoting the most viable measures that facilitate growth and investment for renewables and enabling technologies. We believe that accelerated expansion of renewable energy is essential for the achievement of this reduction target. Amongst the World Bank, 40 countries and 20 individual states and provinces already use carbon pricing mechanisms, with more planning to implement them in the future. Carbon pricing schemes currently in place cover about half their emissions, which translates to about 13% of annual global greenhouse gas emissions. The UN too supports carbon pricing as a central method to controlling global warming. A UN report estimated the governments would need to impose effective carbon prices of $135 to $5,500 per ton of CO2 by 2030 to keep overall global warming below 1.5 degrees Celsius. As countries seek to meet the goals outlined by the Paris Agreement, more than 100 are already using or considering using carbon pricing. Those in green already have domestic or international pricing in place, while those in red are considering it. The United States, however, falls in neither of these two categories. Finally, Acore recognizes the added environmental benefits of carbon pricing. Rising global temperatures, which have already increased by 1 degree Celsius, would be mitigated. There would be fewer extreme weather events such as droughts, flooding, and storms, and vital ecosystems and species would be preserved. For the aforementioned economic, societal, and environmental reasons, we at Acore say yes to carbon pricing, as should the Senate Committee on Natural Resources and Energy. Thank you.